On the second episode of this first series. If you haven't watched the first episode, I'll link it below. Go ahead, check that out first so that you're all caught up to what we're doing. But if you have, so now we've cut our fabric, we sewed them together into 5-inch squares, we cut those out, and now we need to iron them out flat. And you can see what I do, but we just push it all out. I made sure to push to the dark side every time. And then after that, the next step was laying out the quilt. What I essentially did is I took my blues that I sewed together and I sewed a light with a dark, but then there were some that I sewed a very dark with a kind of very dark. So and those really pop. Looking back on it, I don't know if I would have did that, but I did it and it's a learning curve. So I'll kind of show you how I have a block on my temporary ironing board that is not sewn together. So I can kind of show you this. So on this, as you can see, I laid them out so that we are striping. So we have light colored blue stripes and we have dark. But I wanted to have these like sporadic ones, so it's not all perfect. I'm not going for perfect here. Now I've already sewn together some of these blocks and I'm really liking how it's coming out. These rows are looking pretty dang sweet. And so this is what a completed blue row looks like. I am making them go back and forth and then adding a 2.5-inch white strip in between each block. I do trim the blocks down when they are finished to a completed 9.5 square, and that just helps take out some of the wonkiness that happens when sewing. I'm not perfect. I don't ever claim to be. I'm going to walk you through construction of these blocks. I have noticed that some of these blocks are not perfectly square, but when we trim them down to the 9.5 inch, it fixes about any mistake. I am finding that there tends to be a lot of bulky seams by the time we construct all of this. Make sure our seams are going the right way and getting ironed flat is very helpful for that process. So we're just going to start, and I start by just combining all of the twos. So I do these two, these two, these two here. I do all those first, and then I combine the twos into making the rows, and then I combine the rows. And then when I start combining the rows, I start here, combine this one to this one to these two, and then this one to this one. So as you see, I am just lining those up from where the start of the block goes to the bottom, and there ends up being these little tails on either side, and that's how I know it's centered. Wake my iron up. It likes to go to sleep. So do I. And press it and just give it a good press. Alright guys, so there we have it. We sewed the blue block. The blue block. We made the fabric listen and lay down so our seams interlock beautifully, I might add. I'm a little crazy today. And now I'm going to take it over to the cutting table, lay a red block on it that has already been trimmed to 9.5, that I had to use a ruler to trim it. And I don't like using rulers because I'm not that great at it to square things up. But once I have one squared up, it's like, yes, now I can use that as my ruler. So I just lay my red block on, match the middle seams on both blocks, lay the red one in the middle, and trim all 4 sides so it looks beautiful. And I add this to my next row right now. So I have one completed blue row. This will complete my first red row. So blue row is blue, white stripe, blue, white stripe, blue, white stripe, blue. All right, 1, 2. I have 3 white stripes. There's blue on either side. So the first row is all blue. The second row is blue, white stripe, red, white stripe, red, white stripe, blue. So the 3 rows in the middle have 2 reds in the middle and 2 blues on the side with white in between each. When I am all done with the top and it's all constructed, I will have white in between my rows. So I will do a white stripe in between the rows connecting each other up, and then we will do a white border all the way around. I'm going to keep working on the top, and I will check back in with you guys once I have my top completed. So stay tuned. We're not done with this project yet. We're getting closer. Thanks for listening. Hit the bell button if you haven't already so that you get notified when I come back on. Or even better, subscribe. Best yet, share. Come on, let's get the audience up. You can do this, right? Give me the love. Give me the support. Follow me. I think I'm going crazy. Just me and my sewing machine and making beautiful things. So tune in next time and we will hopefully have this top completed. All right. Love you.